Now, before I get into the full overview of this car, because it is done, our giveaway ends in just a few weeks. Time is running out. What's up, Team Lethal fans? Mustang King in the house, and I'm here with the Team Lethal Mustang giveaway car. Our giveaway ends in just a few weeks. Time is running out, so make sure you head on over to lethalperformance.com to get your entries. All you have to do is come to Lethal, purchase your parts, accessories, or swag, and gain your entries. For every $1 that you spend, you get 1 entry. Now, before I get into the full overview of this car, because it is done and ready to go for 1 lucky person to take home, definitely make sure to check out the build of this car, which is up on our YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, like the videos, and drop a comment. Let us know what you think. So without further ado, let's go ahead, take a look at the car, talk about the mods and the entire build process. Here she is, guys. 2022 Mustang GT, carbonized gray metallic. We've got a black roof on it, and it is also a 10-speed automatic. Now, we picked this car up from our good friends at Whipple Ford up in Lake Wales. Those guys always take great care of us. They found this car for us and delivered it to us. So thank you guys so much. Now, the plan was to build this car up to be one awesome looking car. Not only look great, sound great, handle great, and make gobs of power. So we teamed up with a whole bunch of the manufacturers that we deal with in the industry. I'm gonna say really our best partners in the industry to make this build happen for you guys. Well, since we're looking at it, and it looks so badass, let's go ahead and talk about the body and styling mods on this car. As you can see from that front end, it looks ridiculous. Definitely gives it that 2020 and up GT500 style look to it. How did we do that? Well, we've got the 777 GT500 conversion front bumper set up on there. We had it paint matched carbonized gray metallic, and all of the other inserts and the grille area and stuff were done in a gloss black finish. That complements that gorgeous Cervini's 2020 and up GT500 heat extractor style hood, which we also paint matched carbonized gray metallic and did gloss black on the hood vent. This definitely transformed the look of the car. It's so much more aggressive. I mean, when this car came in, it was really nice, but now this thing looks like a mean machine. Now, I personally love the looks of carbonized gray metallic, especially with gloss black accents to it. So obviously, guys, we had to go with a black wheel for this car as too. As you can see there, we've got the Velgen Classic5 V2s in gloss black. These are gonna be 20 by 9.5 up front and 20 by 10.5 in the rear. We've got them wrapped with Aturo AZ850 tires in the front, and on the rear is the same thing, but they're drag radial. So not only is it gonna hook up, but that gives that real nice staggered look to it. The car is looking so sweet. Let's move along to the back of the car over here, go over some of the other body and styling mods that we did to it. The first thing you'll notice is that awesome looking spoiler. That is the Lethal Performance real carbon fiber GT500 style spoiler that we put on it. Now, we also did some other mods in the back of the car over here. You can see we've got the Ford Performance Euro style taillights on there. Those look really good. They don't plug and play. Great product, honestly. Really didn't take long at all for us to install. You guys can watch the whole installation on our YouTube channel. We've got it listed up there. That's a great mod. Even if whoever doesn't end up with this car, that's a great mod to purchase as well. It definitely changes the look of the vehicle and is OEM style quality, fitment, and finish to it. All right, these are wrapped in the Lethal Performance carbon fiber taillight bezels. Take a look at that right there. We offer those for the 15 to 17 Mustang as well as the 18 to 23 Mustang, and they definitely complement that back end right there. You know, listen, if it's a Mustang, you want it to sound good, obviously, so we went ahead and teamed up with our partners over at AWE Exhaust. They sent us down this catback. This is their Touring Edition catback with those diamond black tips. Look really good. That system fit on the car, no problem at all, and sounds awesome. AWE is an awesome partner of ours. We've run their systems on other cars of ours. We know how they sound. Again, we know the quality of them. We know how they fit. And that's why we went with AWE on this setup right here. So nice. Now listen, that complements those Kooks 1 7/8 inch long tube headers that we have on this car. They are the 1 7/8 inch headers with their green cats, which are 49 state legal. The good thing about those headers having cats on them is it's going to tone the sound down a little bit. Your neighbors aren't going to hate you. It's still going to make extra power, and those green cats actually handle higher horsepower levels, so we knew that a Whipple was going on this car. We weren't going with a standard cat. We went with those green cats because we know they're going to handle that heat and the boost pressure that we're going to see from that Whipple setup, and it's going to handle it really well. Now, both of those are going to make an awesome sounding Mustang, again, for that one lucky winner of this car. Now, as you can see, guys, this car has a really nice stance to it. There's not a huge gap between the tire and the fender well, and it's leveled out really nice. This is because we went with a whole bunch of BMR suspension products for this car. BMR sent us down all of the goodies, starting out with their performance lowering springs. These are going to lower the car evenly, both in the front and the back, and be really good for both street and track. They're going to give you a nice, comfortable ride to it. They're not going to be too stiff. They're not going to be too soft. The car is going to drive really nice, also helping it hook up when you're putting that power down to the ground. Now, on the suspension stuff, we did pretty much the whole IRS setup from those guys. I'm talking bushings, control arms, bearings, everything from those guys is on this car. And again, everything in detail you guys can see on our build video, which is up on our YouTube channel. Make sure to check that out. And you can see every single component from BMR that we put on here. The stuff that BMR sent us for this car is very similar to the bread and butter package that I ran on my 2018 Mustang GT Project Gold member, which I went 864 at 157 miles an hour in. That's the first time I had ever been 8. That car hooked up, went smooth down the track, had no issues at all, and again, it's such a popular product that we sell here, so make sure to check that out if you're looking for suspension for your car. BMR is definitely the way to go. Now we're getting to the really good stuff, guys. The supporting mods. We knew the plans for this car when I put that Gen 5 Whipple Supercharger kit on it. There's a whole bunch of things that we recommend doing to help support that power, making sure factory components aren't going to fail on you. So what did we do? We headed over to DSS, our great friends at the Driveshaft Shop. Those guys sent down their 3.5-inch aluminum drive shaft, as well as their Nemesis axles, which are rated at 2,000 horsepower. Both of those combined allow you guys to make power and put it down to the ground without having to worry about a factory drive shaft twisting or breaking on you, as well as not snapping an axle. As we know, guys, on that IRS, once it has a little bit of wheel hop, or not even that driver's side axle is known to break. I've seen passenger side axles break as well. So putting those components from DSS in there are gonna make sure that this car holds up for you guys with all the power that it's going to make with that Whipple Supercharger kit. I don't know if you guys remember, back in school they had show and tell. You know, you could bring in something cool, show it to the class, you had to explain it, being nervous about the whole thing and all. Well, today is show and tell. I'm going to show you this Whipple Gen 5 3-liter supercharger kit. This is their stage 2 setup. Check it out right there. Oh, look at that. You're so small. I'm screeching your Whipple. Hey now, look at that, guys. We've got that supercharger on top there. The big old Whipple Supercharger. That right there is a Gen 5 3-liter supercharger kit from them. Their designs are insane, guys. This is their complete kit. Stage 2 kit nonetheless. Probably gonna make about 700 wheel horsepower with this car on 93 octane, and it is 50 state legal, all right? Now, what is the difference between a stage 1 and a stage 2 kit? Well, a couple of small differences really are gonna be in the throttle body. Since it's a stage 2 setup, that has that big 132 millimeter billet throttle body, and that is what allows you to make probably about 40 to 50 more wheel horsepower than their stage 1 kit has, all right? This kit also, again, comes complete. We've got a 3.75-inch supercharger pulley on there. We've got their unbelievable intercooler design under there. If you guys don't know about Whipple Superchargers, they have a dual core, dual pass, patented intercooler design under there. What's that mean? That means that this car is gonna hold up great when you're getting on it. You're not gonna see power loss from heat soak. You're not gonna be pulling timing from heat soak. That is the most advanced intercooler design on the market for the Mustang. So kudos to Whipple for having such a great design. Kudos to Whipple for having such a nice kit here. A couple other things that are on this kit. They've got upgraded fuel injectors as well as an upgraded fuel pump assembly that goes in the car. I'm gonna give a big shout out to Willie Lujan, Willie the Wizard, El Monstro, the Monster down at Lujan Motorsports in Miami. He did the Whipple install for us and did a phenomenal job. He's done a bunch of them for us. He's worked on my Project Cobra. He's like fam to us. So if you're in the South Florida area or not even and you're looking to ship a car, have it built, definitely check out Lujan Motorsports. Now, as far as the installation goes for the exhaust, the driveline components and suspension. I want to give big shout out to RSA Race Solutions in Boynton Beach, Florida. Those guys do a bunch of work for us. They did a phenomenal job on putting this car together, doing those mods for us. So definitely, if you're in the area, check out RSA Race Solutions. Those guys built some sick cars. I don't know if you've ever seen CJ's car. Which car? CJ's got a bunch of cars, but CJ down there has some amazing cars. And those guys know what you need to do to make power and again support it. So check those guys out. We appreciate them being a part of the Team Lethal Mustang giveaway build. Thank you guys so much. There's one more thing, last but not least, that we threw in there for you guys, and that's some upgraded rotors and pads from our friends over at SP Performance. Come and check them out over here. These are gonna be the SP Performance slotted rotors along with their brake pad upgrade. We've already got them bedded in properly. We actually did the bedding process on the installation video for them. The install was done by our neighbors over at WBA Performance here in Wellington, Florida. Great guys. I gotta give a shout out to TJ and Nick over there. These guys always save my ass. If I need something done last minute, these guys get to it right away. They'll push a car aside for the Mustang King and make sure I get it done. You know, listen, if it's last minute, I gotta head to the track, I need something done like some axles or something, last minute thing, those guys always make it happen. So definitely shout out to those guys. I really appreciate you guys and thank you so much. So just remember guys, the Team Lethal Mustang giveaway is still going on. This car built up with all of the modifications that we went over. $10,000 in cash ends on May 31st. Just head on over to lethalperformance.com to get your entries. All you have to do is purchase your parts, your accessories, your awesome Lethal Performance swag, and every dollar you spend gains you an entry. So head on over, get your entries, and your opportunity at winning this car. I'm the Mustang King, and I'm out of here.